This is The Locker Room.
Respect them highly. They do a lot of things well, offensively, defensively, special teams. You know, their passing game is top notch. So, you know, it's you know, you guys say it a lot. We know it, and that is that there's tremendous parity in the SAC, and it's an absolute war every Friday night. So, you know, we're trying to regroup here and get ready for another one.
Well, they're definitely going to come out with energy. They always come out with energy against us. They got us last year, and we're going to match that by doing what we've been doing. We're always full of energy, and with our record, I mean, that does give us energy. It gives us motivation to keep it, especially the way the SAC is right now, and we're going to keep fighting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to go against the best competition in the area, honestly. So we're going to just prove that we can compete with them like we did Schneider. So we're going to just keep bringing it.
They run a very good three-man front. They're blitzing. You don't know where they're going to blitz from. They show it. They show guys are going to blitz, and they'll drop them back in coverage. And I mean, it's a good defense that they run, but I think we got some things that we'll be able to stop them with.
There is no secret, okay, and the game is very simple. You know, if we want to be offensively successful, then we've got to control the line of scrimmage. We've got to be able to run the ball and throw the ball. We've had success throwing the football. You know, however, we've got to have the blend of run and pass at the same time.
And with that, we say good evening, everyone. Alongside my partner in crime, Peter Hood, my name, Justin Prince. Thanks for starting your weekend with us. Week 5 of the high school football season.
Flying by.
It is. We've got highlights from 13 games coming your way, but we start in the SAC with our game of the week.
Yeah, so Carroll has kind of been the epitome of what the SAC has been so far this year. Week 2, they shock everyone by rolling Snyder. 2 weeks later, they get rolled by Northrop, who hadn't beaten them since 1972. Unpredictable, probably the best way to describe it. The one team that's been consistent throughout, Bishop Dwenger. Saints ranked #1 in Class 4A, putting their undefeated record on the line tonight at Carroll. Dwenger led 14-7 at the break. They got the ball coming out of the locker room, and the Saints march right on down the field. Brendan Lytle keeping it himself on the option. A few plays later, it's Lytle handing off to Devin Tippmann. Caps off an impressive drive to put the Saints up by 2 touchdowns. Late in the third quarter, Carroll trying to get something going. Check out Rhett Saylor. No relation to Caleb, although he looks every bit as athletic as Caleb Saylor. Big run there for the Chargers. That sets up Gavin Vogt to Camden Childers. We've seen this one a few times this season already this season. Childers led the state in receiving yards coming into the night, draws Carroll within 7, but that's as close as they would get. That Saint defense, man, dominant in the fourth quarter as Dwenger pulls away and wins again. They're 5-0, 34-14 your final in the game of the week.
Ooh. Over to Lewersfield we go. Mike Brevard and his Northside Legends squaring off with the Bishop Lures Knights. Second quarter, Legends with the 14-0 lead already. But here comes Lures. Braden Coward punches it in from a yard out. Knights pulled within 8 after the missed extra point. But the Legends, they were quick to respond tonight. Just 3 plays later, Alexander Holiday Robinson takes the handoff, and he gone.
Every day's a holiday.
60 yards to the crib. Yeah, you can go on and celebrate, young fella. Northside, they go up 21-6, but you know, Lures wasn't going nowhere. Next drive, Knights respond. Norman Kanacki looks left, hits Jamek Johnson in stride for the 52-yard touchdown grab. Knights pull back within 8, but again, Northside, they'd respond. Down inside the 5, Ronald Collins III decides to keep it himself, punches it in. Legends regained the 2-touchdown lead, but how many times do I have to tell you? Lures not going anywhere.
Back and forth.
Kanapke this time looking for Jordan Presley out of the backfield, finds him. He gone. Presley goes 62 yards to the house. Another Knights TD. Lures trail by 11 at the half. And this one, it was a shootout.
They had some fun out there tonight.
They did. Northside wins for the first time in the Mike Brevard era. 52-49 the final. That snaps a 20-game losing streak.
Congratulations to Coach Brevard. Before he was picking Joe Flacco off on Thursday Night Football, Justin, Jesse Bates was a baller at Spooler Stadium. Back on the sidelines tonight, Snyder playing Homestead. Jesse wouldn't like this one. Handoff to Lenny Bennett, Cam Rogers. No regard for human life. Third down stop gets Homestead's offense the ball back. And it's Jake Archibald paying it off. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. 7 puts 6 on the board. Sparty takes their first lead of the night, but they left just enough time on the clock for Snyder to answer before halftime. John Barnes hooks up with Alonzo Derrick. That gets the Panthers into Homestead territory. What is he, Justin?
He's quick.
He's quick. He's pretty good, too. Where's number 12? There he is. Derrick making a name for himself, Justin. On Friday night, Snyder retakes the lead. They wouldn't look back. Panthers, they're back on track. Third straight win, 23-7, your final.
That's Homestead's third straight loss.
It is.
Pretty surprising there. Over to Southside and Weicker Stadium, Craig Young and his Generals visiting the Archers. Started the second half. Archers down 3 scores, trying anything to get some life.
Onside.
Attempting the onside kick. Terrence Swayzer recovers. Archers take over to start the half, but the momentum short-lived, Pete. A couple plays later, DeMar Clark drops back, and he gets picked by Darius Alexander.
That is a big man.
Look at the big man go. 6'6", 287. That's not a man I want to be in front of.
He moves pretty well for that size.
Archers push him out of bounds eventually. Wayne does nothing with the drive. Later in the third, Archers back on 0. Not for long. Chris Thomas comes off the left side of the line like a rocket, sacks Clark for the loss. Archers would punt. Wayne takes over. They march right down the field. Brandon Young hits Craig Young for the 37-yard score. Craig's third TD of the game there. Generals go up 28-zip. They go on to win 35-8 your final.
I think they'll like him in Columbus, Ohio.
I think so.
Final stop in the SAC. Northrop coming off their biggest win in the Jason Dorfler era. Traveling to Concordia tonight. Bruins picked up right where they left off last week. First offensive play of the game, Bailey Mirzo. Hello, Quaylen Pettis. And he does the rest. Northrop put 6 on the board promptly. Ensuing drive for the Cadets. Jake Bird has time, hits Kamari Anderson-Drew. That's a gain of 15 along the Northrop sideline. Cadets moving down the field, but Bruin defense comes up with the big play. Bird holds on to it a tad too long, sacked by Nigel Robertson. Ball is out. The white jerseys jump on it, and here comes Northrop again. This time it's Mirzo handing off to Jeremiah Green, who finds the end zone. Just like that, Northrop up 14-0, but pretty much all Concordia from there. Cadets snap their 3-game losing streak. They win it tonight, Justin, 42-30.
Wow. Over to the Heritage, an AC matchup for the Patriots with Logan Macklin and his 1A 6th-ranked Adams Central Jets. The Jets were in control from the word go in this one. First offensive possession for him. Parker Bates hits Macklin over the top of the defense, and you ain't going to catch him, Pete. 72 yards later, Adams Central goes up 7. Next offensive play for the Patriots. That's not what you want. Parker Tracy throws too high for his receiver, picked by Colton
It
Nerdler.
is if you're Adams Central.
That's true, and he's going to take it all the way back to the end zone for the pick 6. Just like that, AC goes up 14, 3 minutes into the game.
Explosive.
And the route was officially on. The Jets would add another score on a Jalen Hammond rushing TD before the quarter was over. Take a 21-0 lead. They go on to win. Final score, 45-14.
Guess who they play next week, Jay Prince? These boys down to Starfire Field. 1A top 10 matchup. Number 8 South Adams hosting number 3 Monroe Central. First quarter, Connor Young looking for Nick Miller. Miller can play some football. The long bomb just 55 seconds into the game for the big score. Starfires go up 7 right out of the gate, but Monroe Central would retaliate. Jackson Olam finds Logan Patterson across the middle. Takes it downfield for a big gain. Later on in the drive, Bears finish it off. Seth Wilson plows in from a couple yards out. Bears take the 8-7 lead, but all Starfires from there. South Adams, huge win tonight, 36-15 the final. We got 2 undefeateds next week with South Adams and Adams Central, Justin.
Yes, we do. Out to Etzler Field we go. Woodland Warriors fired up and maybe a bit too much. Opening play for Woodland, high snap. QB Ben Reedy would rein it in. Warriors would keep the ball. Same drive. Woodland marches right down the field, and on the QB rollout, Reedy finds a wide open Jack Stuckey, putting the Warrior up 6. Southern Wells, they'd have to punt on their first drive, but Woodland's Trevor Wallace botches the punt, and the Raiders would recover. They were trying to get something going after that on the next drive. Running back Coleman Beeks trying to turn the corner. He's stopped by the Warrior defense. Just a few yards on the gain for him. They'd have to punt again. The Warriors take advantage. Sebastian Spieth rips off a 33-yard gain, putting the Warriors in good territory. And a few plays later, his number called again. Warriors go up 15. They roll 49-0. Your final.
All right, we now move on to Bluffton. Tigers playing Jay County tonight. Gavin King trying to lead his team on a scoring drive just before the half. Makes a couple guys miss. Takes it deep into Jay County territory. Later on in the drive, King keeping it for himself again. Pushed out of bounds just shy of the goal line, but wouldn't take long. A couple plays later, Everett Johnson there to finish it off. And Bluffton, did they leave Jay County too much time?
Answer is yes.
Parker Grimes rolls to his left, decides to keep the ball himself, turns it upfield for the nice gain, scrambles down to about the 30. This thing was a shootout.
Yeah.
We knew he had wheels, Grimes, but how about an arm here, folks? Grimes for Ryan Schlechte and finds him for the touchdown before the half. But, okay, so I said shootout. That might be an understatement. Final score in this one tonight. Bluffton 63, Jay County 62.
Wow. Out to Leo we go. Lions taking on East Noble, picking it up near the end of the half. 21-14 Leo leads. East Noble knocking on the door on the 8-yard line. Caden Harshberger picks up a few yards for the Knights. Next play, Harshberger give it to him again. Punches it in from 2 yards out. The conversion ties things up at half, 21-all. But the Lions not going away on the other side of the half. Ball on their own 30. Leo quarterback A.J. Restivo finds Peyton Wall in the air for the 70-yard reception. And Leo is back in the lead. Lions fans, they're just a touch fired up about that one. Can't say I blame them, Pete. But East Noble,
we see them now.
There they are. But East Noble would respond from the Lions' 1-yard line. Jacob Van Gorder goes up the gut for 6 to tie things up. East Noble would get one more, and that'd be it. Knights win 35-28.
More scores from the NE8. Close ones all over tonight. New Haven barely beats Norwell. That's a much improved Norwell team this year. They fall tonight 14-7. How about DeKalb? They get their first conference win, 28-21.
Columbia City's
over
first
Columbia City
conference loss.
Yes.
Huntington North, they take down Belmont tonight, 34-14. Good win for them on the road.
All right, to the NECC, 1A number 5, Churubusco, celebrating homecoming tonight as they host Prairie Heights. And it's a party there, as you can tell. Eagles had won all their games by 2 touchdowns or more coming into the night. Spoiler alert, the trend continues. Tom Richards around the edge on 4th down, in for the score. Busco up 21-0 at that point. Later on in the first half, more from Richards. Puts it in cruise control. Another easy trip to the end zone. Eagles roll tonight, 49-0. They move to 5-0 on the season. A lot of really, really good 1A teams in this area.
Indeed. Some more NECC scores for you. West Noble topping Fairfield 51-6. Central Noble, no troubles with Fremont, 55-0.
Staying in the NECC, close one as Eastside tops Garrett by 1 point, 21-20 the final there. Angola, they continue to roll. That defense is dominant, 27-0 tonight over Lakeland.
Let's head out to Northridge. Last week, the Raiders came out on top against Plymouth. Plymouth with a 37-34 victory. Warsaw bounced back against Memorial last Friday, so the two sit 3-1 together, both coming off wins. Northridge defending their home turf tonight. The Raiders are going to get things started. 2nd and goal, QB Julius Graver fakes the handoff, punches it in up the middle, 5 yards on the keeper, and are up 7-0. There he is chatting with the coaches up top. Well, his defense forces a 3-and-out, and with this bad snap, the Raiders, they take some great field position, and this time Graver goes to the air, fakes the handoff, looks downfield in the end zone. Brecken Judd, no one near him, and are up 14-0 quickly. Second quarter now, Bart Curtis and the Tigers, they're about to respond.
He can coach a little bit.
In a big way. Ball on the 46, Josh West feeds it to Kane Dawson. He sheds them left and right. Finally brought down in the end zone. Warsaw on the board. Tigers score 37 unanswered. They win it 37-14.
All right, how about some Three Rivers Conference scores? Southwood, they stay undefeated.
Winning.
Speaking of really good 1A teams, 31-6 the final there. Tippecanoe Valley all over Whitko, 48-14. Southwood is at Whitko next week.
Northfield topping Manchester tonight, 42-21. Your final there.
And our play of the night goes to Northside's Alexander Holiday Robinson. Every day is a holiday. Young man from Northside takes this touchdown 60 yards to the crib for the score. How about a 5-touchdown performance for him as Northside gets its first win under Mike Brevard, snapping a very long losing streak. Congratulations to the Legends.
Absolutely. So that's going to do it for high school football coverage this evening. Before we take our first break, we'd like to take a second to thank an important member of our team who will be leaving us after tonight's show.
Yeah, so you've never seen him on the air, but believe me, Carlos Clopton has meant every bit as much to this show as Justin and I have over the last couple years. Not only does he help run the show in the control room, manning both audio and graphics, the man has also traveled over 100 miles every Friday night to help bring you highlights from all over the area. Tonight, for example, went all the way down to Bern, then over to Bluffton, shoot 2 games, drive 45 minutes back to the station, edit, write the highlights, and then be in the control room for the start of the show. That's been a typical Friday night for my man for about 2 years now. Los, for Justin and I, thank you for everything you've done. Your hard work and dedication is appreciated by us, and I know it's appreciated by our viewers. We'll miss you, man, but we're excited for you as you move on to the next phase of your professional life.
Yeah, congratulations, Carlos. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Again, that's going to do it for the high school side of our locker room.